All right. Again, this is the fifth time I'm trying to do this, so I've done become a little aggravated. So please, if I sound irritated or whatever, I'm sorry. But anyway, also, I've got a bit of a sinus uh, cold thing going on here. I'm going to be clearing my throat a lot. I may be quiet at times. I'm very nervous, very nervous to do this. This is the first one of these I've really done. So here we go. All right, so this is a farmhouse. The farmhouse and all the buildings here on the farm are from Taylor Farms. I thank him very much for letting me use his stuff. The map also has his potato, soybean, corn, and sugar beet textures in the map, and alfalfa. All right, now let me speed up a little bit here. All right, so back here's your chicken farm. Like I said, this is a save game I've done started, but you see there's no trigger here. But if you just walk up to the door, it'll give you the option to get your chickens. Now the chickens will cover pretty much the entire area down here. Like you probably see one in town. You could liable to see one anywhere. I can't remember exactly how far that they will go, but you're going to see chickens pretty much anywhere, or should. Just real quick look around here, see if I can see any more other than that one we just saw up there a minute ago. Like they should even be over in here. Yeah, they over here with the cows too. There's one. There's another one. Grass is kind of tall, so they blend right in. All right. So that was your chickens. This is a sheep pen. Now, from right here, looking straight back the way I'm pointed, about a quarter or more of the map, these sheep will roam. Now, you can sell this and get rid of them, but keep in mind if you want to place another one that it covers a big area. And we'll probably see some a little later when we go up the river. Starting equipment, you get a truck, trailer, and a side by side. The side by side is for the trails that you'll see later, or I included that so you could use it on the trails that I made. Um, this is a water fill trigger. That's why the grass looks a little different. Go down here and get your water. You'll start with this truck. One thing I'd like to point out is a lot of my maps have modded stuff in it or edited stuff in it. This map has a few things in it also. I like to use base game stuff on my maps for starting equipment because it saves issues later. I had an issue with Piney Run where my stuff wasn't showing up like it's supposed to, and I figured out how to fix it, but I don't want to have to deal with that again, so I use base game stuff. You can sell it and buy whatever else I might have had later on. If you remember, we done a poll for old equipment. I've tried my best to keep it old and smaller with what I have available. You start out with all this stuff. Tried to give you a batch of starting stuff. Uh, that way, truthfully, you should be able to start this and make some money and build yourself up like you're supposed to. And another thing with this map is the productions aren't that fast. I turned it down. I'm trying to move away from being so unrealistic. I know a lot of people like that, myself included. But Piney Run will be that map forever. I don't ever plan on changing the way that thing is laid out. Chickens, I think I forgot to tell you how much chickens hold. Alright, the chickens pen will hold 300 chickens. The sheep pen I think is also 300. Yep. And this cow pen that we were fixing to look at, it holds 500. All these pins are custom to this map. They are all placeable, they're all sellable, but keep in mind that I've made them specifically for this map. Down here's your pig pen. I'm pretty sure this holds 300. Yes, 300. I know I got a few guys that follow me that are big sheep and cow farmers, so this might help you produce more with them. This right here is a new placeable that I made for this map. It's an animal feed production. If you look here, of course you can see what it makes on this side, but over here I've included the new stuff that I have added to this map. The onions, the black beans, alfalfa. I've added that to this map, or to this, so you can make animal food with this, not just the same old, something different, something new, is what I tried to go with. Your outputs are down here, and no matter what you put in here, you will get compost. Another way for you to spread on your, something else for you to spread on your field, or whatever you would like to do with it. It just, again, something else that I added, and that's from Lancy Boy. Let's see here. What else do I need to show you while I'm over here? I think that's good. Alright. This area here is a sawmill. Let me get back over here, and I got ahead of myself. Now, the pedestrians in here, as you can see, that one's turned around right there and walking back. I did that on this side because there really wasn't no place for them to go. On this side, they'll come up here and come through there and go in and out this door. Just something to keep, so that way they just ain't turning around on the map. Alright. Over here is your log and coal sell point. Everybody seems to have problems with the coal and the sawmills. No matter what map of mine you play on, if the sawmill takes coal, it dumps in the same place the logs are sold. Anyway, pull up here, hit the button, sell your logs. Pull up here, hit the right buttons, dump your coal. Come over here with your log wagon on the train full, run over there, hit the button, logs are sold. Pull up here with the train car, unload your coal, it feeds, all this feeds the sawmill. Alright, logs go in there, green lumber comes out here. Take your green lumber, you can do with it what you want to from here, but this is your dryer. You bring your green lumber in here. This is compliments of Pixel Farms. Put your oh, one other thing. This makes the new stuff from the DLC, the Platinum Edition. The planks, wood beam, all that stuff. Hold on, man. I'll be right back. Alright. Hopefully it's all still working. Anyway, the wood beams and the new plank stuff that the new DLC makes is made right here. But anyway, you take that, put it over here. You dry it. The dried lumber comes out over here. This is where dry lumber comes. Wood chips are over here. Every sawmill I've ever been into, delivered to, or hauled chips out of, the lumber comes out on one side and the chips come out on the other side. This was my way of kind of doing that. Just pull underneath here and load your chips out. Alright. So this building right here is sellable. I just put it here in case you really wanted to make this a train lay down yard. This is a place for you to store stuff. This I call a train transfer or train silo. You pull up here with your train, you unload your goods, bulk stuff, whatever, right here. Then you pull in over here with your truck. You can load what you just unloaded out into the silo, out into your truck, and then disperse it around the map however you want to. I made this as wide as I did because the carpentry I have set up to use the train to haul stuff to. So you can load your lumber onto this to take to the sawmill. Or not sawmill, but the carpentry. This right here is a bale sell point for the animal dealer for the train. If you load your bales, bring them here, you can sell them. Excuse me. This is the truck trailer bale sell point. And there's where you load your animals. This building I put on here so if you wanted to make a town municipal, construction, whatever you want to do, a mowing company, this building is for you to do with what you want to as far as that goes. It is not sellable. It's there to stay. These you can just pick up and do with what you want to. Yeah, just throw it back there out the way, and then you got everything open back to here. And if you know me, I'm not real good on details, and I tried to add some to this map. This is part of that. Here's one sell point. This takes certain food stuff. You come on down here. There's your firehouse. Alright, the gas station. Also, if you pay attention to my maps that have this, you'll see they're numbered. Like Piney Run says 1. Just pay attention to that, because each one of them, you'll know that's how many maps I've released. Just something I do for myself. But this station has a sell point. This sell point for like real life going takes kerosene, diesel fuel, and DEF. Something else for, added realism. This is your grocery store, shopping mall, whatever you want to call it. It pretty much takes everything except for dirt and that kind of stuff. This is your shop. This is not sellable. What you see stays right here, and I made it that way. Now there's a version of this in the map that you can place anywhere you want to also. If you need to buy something, just walk through the door. Come on now. Get on in now. Walk over here. I don't know why it's giving me such a fit. Hit your button. Get what you want. There. Then when you're done, it puts you back out there. But anyway, let me go back in here again. Come on now. Come on now. You can do it. There we go. Of course, your vehicles spawn out that direction. Also, I adjusted this to where you can pull up here on the outside of the building with your big machinery if you have some, and also repair it. Alright, this is your church sell point. This takes everything on the map, but it is at 50% less sell price than anything else other place on the map. The only thing that's full price here is gold. I did this for the players that may not want to make a bunch of money real quick, or just wanted something different. Either way, it's just something I wanted to add and do it a little different. That way it gives you something else, another way to play if you want to. And it gives the map another sell point. Like, my maps don't have a lot of sell points. They have a lot of productions and stuff like that, but not sell points. And I've tried to give this a better variety of that. Alright. This is my BGA, or my Lizard Energy. I say mine because I made this. I changed the name of it. It's on every map that I have except for Bear Rock, which I think it might be available there, but I'm not real sure. The reason I want to point this out on this map is because, for one, I think I added onions to it, but the main reason is this makes liquid. So just run right straight over here. When you buy the BGA or the fuel production, when you buy it, a fill trigger will appear here. This is so you can load the liquids with the train or onto the train to take to the train sell point. The reason I did that is because I have the prices at the train sell point. Everything is sold at a higher price, because if you take time to use the train, you deserve a little better pay for taking the time to do that. So, like I say, once you buy it, it's yours. The sell point appears right here, and you can use the train. The rest of that works like it does on any other map. You just back up there and load it into the tanker. Something new that I did for this map is I added a tire shop, which this is from Elm Creek. But what do you get a bunch of at a tire shop? Used tires. If you come around here with your trailer, load the trailer, you'll get tires. You bring your tires down here to this building. You unload them here. This also takes kerosene once your BGA makes it for you. It goes here. Once you start the production, it's going to make tar, like roofing tar or tar that's used in asphalt for this map. So you'll load your liquid tar here, and then it comes over here. This is your asphalt plant. It is not sellable. This stays here. You put your tar and whatever else it needs to work in there, and this only makes pallets also, and your pallets will come out up there on top of that. All right, now back it down here. A couple other things I want to say or show you. All right. So this is a water fill trigger also. Pull up here, you'll be able to load water. One thing with my maps, if you pay attention to the ground and there's a wet spot that looks anything like this, that means that's a water fill trigger of some point right there. It may not, it'll have something or another to do with water, but that's a fill trigger for water. Alright. This is the wash plant. Excuse me. I call it the wash plant because there's not a quarry on this map like the other ones. It's dirt. It's called stream pay. It is up the river, and I'm going to take you and show you here in a minute. But anyway, you bring that in here. Again, you can load it on a train and use the silo over at the sawmill, or load it and bring it down the river and put it here. But this gives you a lot of different materials, but not necessarily everything like the old maps, my old maps do. This will also give you gold, but remember, I've turned the production down, so you can't get gold in a day. It's going to take you a while. Alright, down here. This here building is off of Elm Creek. Palico. Okay, well, why they didn't make it a pallet production, I really don't know, but I did. So I took this and made this. This takes wood chips also. You can put wood chips in here, and you'll get stacks of pallets down here. So something else new for this map. Alright, so when we go over here to, this is a steel mill. It works just like Piney Run. The only exception is once the Piney Run update comes out, it should make the new metal rolls from the Platinum Edition, the new nice steel coils, or metal coils as they call them. This also does that. Just I changed it up a bit for a better, just to be better is the best way I know how to put it. Bowling alley. You see the people walking, they all come into the bowling alley. They'll go in there, turn around, come back out. But I come here to show you there's a sell point back here too. This just takes random stuff, sort of like, well, just random off the wall stuff, kind of. Again, another sell point I wanted to add. I think, what the hell? I hear it, but I don't see it. Anyway, I think that's everything on this side. For those of you who remember the old Rogue River, this is the old road that you came into the swamp. But I put an old mine shaft back here. This mine shaft is from Goldcrest Valley, and I hope that I say this right. Puma 145 gave me permission to use it. So shout out to him, thank you. This map also has soybean straw on it. I forgot to mention that earlier. So here's another cow pen. This is for you, the ones of you that don't necessarily want to make milk, but want to have maybe, say, you want to have just a field full of Angus. There you go. Feed them, do with them what you want to. Just a nice, open, big, decent sized grazing field for you. You know, it will produce milk. I left all that there if you want to do that. Again, all my placeables on this map are you can sell them and move them. But what you see with the fence, that's how big they are. This is a horse pen. I don't know why I did this. I just figured somebody might want a big horse pen. It holds 16, and it goes all the way down the road. It's something, you know, I was trying to think in the back of my head how would be a good way to welcome you to town. So there's a nice sign across the railroad tracks. Oh, look at all the pretty horses. So it worked. It turned out good. I like it. Okay, so here's the fairgrounds. This is for you to come and have fun, or you and a buddy to come and have fun, or you and a server that want to do live streaming and just have a ball. This is for you and your friends to come and have fun at. I mean, that's what this is for. You know, the one thing that I like about Farming Simulator, since I started being around it, I came in right at the beginning of 19, is the variety of things that you can do with Farm Sim. Like, I know there's hardcore farmers, I know there's hardcore loggers, but in the end, we all like something different at some point. No matter how hardcore you are, you want to try something different at some point. This is for you to do that. You know, 82 Studio, he's got the monster trucks. There's the monster truck on there, the truck sled, the sled pull. There's all kind of things you can use right here just to have fun with. You know, you and your buddy get on here and just have a blast. That's what this is for. There's a sell point here at the fairgrounds. It takes clay, dirt, gravel, things like that. Just something that a fairground would use. Now, again, if you remember the old Rogue River, this is where you started at, and there was a log cabin up here, but that is not what's here now. I didn't want to leave it blank, and I didn't want to use this for the starting place either, so I put the gold smelter up here. So once your production down there gives you gold, you can bring it here to smelt it into bars. Or you can sell it and put whatever you want here. Oh, I forgot to show you, but I'll show you here. If you follow this dirt trail from the fairground up here into the woods, you're going to come into what I call the off-road park, or off-road trail, however you want to call it. It's something that I just decided to do for the Jeep and the dirt bikes and all that kind of stuff that we got. You can go that way, you can go that way. It's just a trail for you to go have fun on. Again, just something extra I wanted to do. You know, even if you're a logger, that's not going to come in the way. It's just there for you to enjoy. Now, if down here, you know, I put this sign here, made this sign and put it here. This building here is for you to build your empire from. You can sell it, place whatever you want to here, but I decided to put that, you know, make a trucking company or hauling company for Rogue River. This is just role play, streamers, just something else I wanted to include for you guys to use as a place of, you know, business or whatever, however you want to call it. I also put this in here. A little story is, I originally had the traffic coming up here, going across that bridge you can see in the distance, and coming through this. But when I done the railroad, I decided to do away with that because it was a really congested area in here for a moment, and for you to be able to, I don't know, it was a little too much for me, so I didn't like it. And I removed it, made the traffic stay down there. But from about right here all the way up a river, the tracks do not have no collision, so you can pull a low bed up through here and not get stuck. This is the train sell point. This is where everything you put on the train can be sold. I think this takes everything. There's a sheep sign, because you might see a sheep up through here in a minute. I probably should fix this, but I'm not sure if I'll fix it before I go ahead and send it, or fix it in an update, because I'm almost positive at some point this will need an update. Most of them do. So anyway, you come on up the tracks. Like I say, you can pull a low bed up through here easily. Comes your carpentry. Now, you can pull up here in a truck and sell your lumber to it, do your lumber sell, and or load your chips. But I also have it set up to where you can come up through here in a train, and the train will load chips from here, and sell your, give the carpenter the lumber that you made and loaded. Uh, but either way, if you sell logs, and I think I left the log portion in here, no matter what you do, you have to come and hit this to sell the logs. Alright, let's go on up a river. I've changed up through here a good bit. I've added a couple bridges in places. This bridge, I can't remember if it was one that was originally there or not, but that's so you can get over here. And I kind of haven't showed this in other videos, but when you come up through here, this kind of gives you an overview of town, and just all around just makes it feel, well, like a logging town. Anyhow, just keep on coming up a river here. This bridge right here I did put in, and the reason I put this bridge in is because the only way to get to this side of the mountain river is across that bridge to get up through there. Now remember, I told you there was stream pay up the river. There's your stream pay. This I can't remember if I made Bible, but you have to own the land to be able to get any of this. There is between 10 to 15 million liters in here that I put in here by myself. I took a truck, edited it so it would hold like 20 million, and started dumping. It took me about an hour. Here's a train. You can call the train. I put this loading dock in here for a couple different reasons. You can load this with a wheel loader into the train, or you can load it into a scissor truck and pull up here, and you should be high enough still you can dump into the train. I think. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, or you could put a conveyor here and load the train. It's however you want to do it. Also, you can load equipment from the rail yard, sawmill, and haul up here on the train. If you do that, keep in mind, if it's much wider than the flatbed, it's going to have a rough time coming up through here because it's got to come through two different smaller loading places. But anyway, this will keep you busy for a little while. So come on up a river. And I've said all along my maps are rough around the edges. I leave stuff like this in here because it gives the map a little more character. If everything's flat and nice and neat, it just, I don't know. It ain't me. This place I put in here for, you can make it a lay down yard or whatever you need to. This bridge I also put in here because it's the only way to get up this side of the get the hell out of the way before I get run over here. It's the only way to get to this side. Now, the train runs really fast on this map, and I did that to help you be a little faster, but you don't need to come up the river that fast. This is your train loadout. This loads a little bit of everything, including crude oil. And the crude oil, that kind of stuff, you can sell to make extra cash by just taking time to do it. Now, up through here, I didn't do anything fancy, man. I tried to put this train in here to where it wouldn't take away from the original map too much. And I just, there really ain't much you can do up through here. So this is kind of a dead area. You can buy this, you can come up through here. But keep in mind, once you come up the river, these tracks have collision. You will get stuck up here if you come down through here with something too low. This is an area I put in here. Well, it started as something else, and I ended up going a different route. Originally, I was going to put the train up through here. But it was going to be a lot of work that I didn't think that would be... I was afraid I wouldn't get it to look right for the benefit, for a lack of better terms. So I opened this up a little more to make an area here where you can load the train. You can just make yourself a little lay down yard here. There's a little old rough road up through here, and it's purposely done this way because it's just the way I wanted it to feel. Here's an old landing from the old map, and here's where we are on the map, so you can see about where this is at. And it may be quicker for you to load your logs on the train here than truck them back all the way, back around, because it's a long ways from up here back down to the mill. Anyway, okay. So you follow the train tracks on down through there, and it takes you back to the sawmill. And I'm just going to go ahead and go down through here, but I'm going to speed myself up a little bit more, because there's something else, a few other things I want to tell you, show you, that I need to fly for, but it's easier to fly once I get on down through here. Now remember, they've had collisions, so you'll get stuck. There's 10 fields, you know, pretty, I'm going to say small to medium. That one there's the biggest one. Okay, when you take the off-road trails from right here and go up through the valley here. Alright, come up. It's going to lead you a bunch of different places. But you're going to come across this on one of them. It's a bridge I made. The Jeep will fit through it. The side-by-sides will fit through it. Just something I added to the map for, you know, realism, whatever you want. Not really realism, but something different. The other thing I wanted to show you was this. This is my crude oil production that I made on Piney Run that I included on this map. See down here where I'm at, it's pretty much out here in the middle of nowhere. But you can bring sand and water up here, I believe it is, and make your crude oil if you want to do that. And really, I don't know what else to show you or tell you, because I've covered everything on the map. I do want to look at something here. You can see over here that there's alfalfa, black bean, onion, rye are the new crops in this map. This is just a little overview of the map. You can see how things are laid out. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've gotten a little better at my PDAs now. It's just a little better. You know, I know the river looks a little crappy in here, but it is what it is, man. It's hard to do the river, and you got to paint it in yourself. And the river's sort of rough up through there in places anyway, so I thought it filled it out pretty decent. But anyway, that's Rogue River Valley. I hope the microphone worked this time and you all can hear me, and just a good informational video. I want to say thanks to the modders that have helped me. I appreciate every single one of you, no matter how small or how big you've helped me. Like, it's unbelievable at the friends that I have made in the last year. And the following that I've got, you guys are great. You know, a few of you bug me sometimes with messages, and that's okay. I just get tired of getting repeated questions that have been answered multiple times. You know, I love you guys, and I appreciate everything you do for me, and the love that you show me. Thanks.